It is no doubt that India is in the grip of a second wave of a COVID-19 pandemic. March 31st made some new records, but not in a good way. India reported more than 72,000 fresh infections, highest since October 2020, and more than 450 deaths, highest since December 2020. The question is, should we be worried about the rising number of COVID-19 deaths? I am Amrita and you are watching TV9 News. I discussed this very issue with Dr. Vivekananda Jha, a public health expert at the George Institute of Public Health. Taking the case of, the yesterday's surge, it was around 72,000 and the deaths were around 459. And if we compare it to last year, it was on August 19th. For the first time, we had somewhere nearby around 69,000 cases, but the death rate was around 900 plus. So here, like you said, it's better than the first wave. But what do you think is, resulting in the increase in the deaths now in the second wave? What could be the factors?
So one is simply a factor of the number of cases. So if the number of people who get the infection rises, the total number of people who will have bad outcomes, including deaths, will also rise. So that is simply the most important factor. The second is, of course, the ability of people to access healthcare. If people in rural areas develop COVID-19, they will be much less likely to get to a hospital promptly, and therefore it is possible that they might deteriorate in the community and get to a healthcare facility a little late. That might also have a bearing on their outcomes, including unfortunately perhaps fatal outcomes as well. That's something which we need to keep in mind, and we need to see where these people are coming from. It requires us to remain vigilant, be able to extend our testing and screening facility to the rural areas as well, and seeing how we can strengthen the ability of peripheral hospitals to provide treatment to those.
All right. So, according to the Indian government, almost 80% of the cases are among the people aged above 45, and deaths are also among the people aged above 45. So, is it because of, comorbid conditions, or are there, more aspects to it?
Look, age is directly related to the risk of death, risk of developing more severe disease. So that's not a surprise at all. This is again a global phenomenon. This has been encountered in other parts of the world as well, including in North America. The younger people or the younger population is much more likely to disregard any advice or public health advice that they receive, just because of the nature of their lives, their work, etc. So they will get infection. Now, in terms of people around the age of 45 or so this is the people that is in the workforce right now, and they do need to go out and work, so they have much less opportunities to stay confined, maintain social distancing, etc. So that is the reason these are the people who are getting infection much more frequently, and unfortunately are suffering adverse outcomes.
Okay. And do you believe the virus variants have anything to do over here?
For sure, virus variants are important, and we need to really ramp up our ability to sequence the virus, which will allow us to be able to detect these new virus variants. So as the caseloads are rising in India, it means that the total virus burden in the country is also rising, and mutations will occur. Some of these mutations are likely to lead to more transmission, others are likely to lead to more severe infection, and maybe some mutations could cause both, which is really bad, and we don't want to be there.
The second wave, unlike the first wave, we don't have a lockdown in place, but instead we have vaccinations. Do you think vaccinations will be able to lower the number of deaths in the coming few weeks, even if the infections rise?
So amongst the people who will get vaccine, the full vaccination schedule, it is expected that they will not develop either severe disease or, of course, not die, because that has been the finding of the clinical trials that have been done from these vaccines. But please do remember that India is a country of 1.4 billion people. So it will take a long time before a substantial proportion of the population will receive the vaccine. So as long as those who have not received the vaccine remain out there, they are at as much risk of developing severe infection and death as the entire population was before the vaccination started. So, in other words, the people who get the vaccine will be protected, but the people who are not vaccinated will not be protected.
India's case fatality rate for COVID-19 was less than 1% in February, but it has increased to 1.12% in March. Do you think India's COVID-19 death toll is worrying? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Also, thank you for watching this video. Like, share and subscribe to TV9 News.